Hey, welcome to our channel. I'm Elma. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. As you've seen from the title, today you're going to come and shop my stash with me. I'm going to update you on what's been going on in my life because look at the background has changed, and I'm going to be doing my makeup. So I would love for you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already, and let's get into it. I gotta tell you something I could do. So we're going to start off with complexion, and I'm going to go in with the foundation first because depending on what foundation I get, I'll see what like primer I use. So I'm thinking maybe the ABH. I haven't used this in a while, so I think I'm gonna go for this because I really like it. It's the Luminous foundation. I think I'm gonna use the Hydro Grip by Milk. I know I talk a lot of shit about this primer, but I actually really love it. Like, this is my second bottle. Concealer, I'm gonna go in with this one from Milk Makeup. And in case I need some brightening, I'll go with this from Rare Beauty. Then to set my under eye, I'm gonna go with my Easy Bake and Snatch. Really love this. This is in the color Cherry Blossom. It really brightens my under eye, and I really love a bright under eye these days. And to set my whole face, we're gonna go with the Kosas Cloud Set. For setting spray, we're gonna go with one of my favorites, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless. Really love this. For bronzer, we're gonna go with an oldie but a goodie. I really love this bronzer. I've had it for ages, but still here. Radiant Bronze. This look is gonna be a little intense, so I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. And for brows, I'm gonna go with the ABH Brow Pen and the Benefit Precisely My Brow. And for setting all this, I'm gonna go with my trusted Brow Freeze by ABH. For eyeshadow, I know exactly what palette I want to go for, and I want to go for the Pretty Grunge by Huda Beauty. I just got this. It's such a pretty look. Plus, I have a look that I have in mind that I want to do, so it's going to be perfect for this. So yeah, we're going to be trying this together. For lashes, we're going to go with these. Actually, no, I want something a little bit more dramatic. So I'm going to go with the Baby Girl. It is such a pretty lash. Plus, it's magnetic. That's really cool. For contour, we're gonna go for the Merit. I really love this. It's such a nice formula, and though it's a bronzer, it looks kind of cool, so it's perfect, and it goes with my bronzer, so I'm gonna go with that. For blush, I'm gonna go with this cream blush from Fenty, and this is the most perfect color for brown skin when you want to get that like really cute pinky, though it's purple, blush look. It's perfect. Where I don't know if I want to go cream or if I want to go powder, but I think I'm going to go with the powder. Like, I'm going to go with this highlighter in Exhilarate. Such a beautiful color. So pretty. For mascara, we're going to go with the MAC Stack. The lip, we're gonna go for, nope, not a red. We're gonna go from Nars, and it's in the color Surrender. It's gonna give me a nice, beautiful nude. We're gonna get some gloss on top of that. Go with this one by Tower 28. I think this will be nice. Gonna get a nice little brown combo. So we're gonna go with this pencil Endless Cacao by Makeup Forever. I'm gonna go with Completely Sepia. I'm gonna go with these two colors. I'm also gonna pick up some liner. For that, I'm gonna be going Urban Decay. I really like how long it is. It's very comfortable, and the color is really nice and dark too. So I have already started off with my brows because they're what takes the longest. And the thing is, it's pretty much straightforward. Like, I have not changed the way I do my brows in ages. And now I'm just applying the primer, and since we're going for a really not my usual wing liner look, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills because I find that it's the best. I like starting off small and then like building it up. And one thing I like doing is actually like running it a little bit under my eye because I know it's going to be kind of like a smoky look and I want everything to stay in place and pop. So that's one of the advantages of doing your eye makeup first, I find. Okay, so the look we're gonna go for is actually inspired by my really close friend Anita. We've been friends since like high school, like I'm talking like when I lived in Ghana, and she's always looking popping. And this makeup in particular, like when I saw it, I was like, girl, send me pictures because you look so good, and I'm totally gonna be recreating this look for you guys. So go and give Anita a shout out. I'm gonna put her handle here, like, but she's really cool and she's such a sweetheart and she always looks so beautiful. And I thought that it was the best look to do with the Huda Beauty Pretty Grunge palette, because this is usually, but I don't know, I was like, let me step out, see what we can do. She sent me like a whole bunch of pictures. She's the best. Well, by a whole bunch, I mean like 3 that are very strategic because you see everything. You see, that's long-term friends, lad. They know what, you know, when they ask for something, they know exactly what you mean, and like that's Anita for you. She knows. Color Love Anarchy. And I'm going with this flat brush by MAC, is the 239 brush. So this is actually the first time I'm using this palette. And I'm kind of gonna like apply that everywhere. Actually, let me zoom you guys in and bring you guys up a little bit. There you go. Okay. There. I think it's better like this. You can see what's going on. Okay, let's do this. Okay, upon first dab, it's like quite pigmented. I don't really want to go out here because that's where it's gonna be darker, but I do want to like really apply a nice layer that's like closest to my skin, so when I apply the lighter layer it has something to blend into. I'm gonna be using my trusted clean fluffy brush. This is from BH Cosmetics and it's old, but it's my favorite fluffy brush ever. If you've been with me for years, you recognize this most probably. I could have actually just gone with the light color first. It's just like when you never know, you never know. When with this color called Heroine. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just gone with a darker color, just like to carve out the eye. So that's what I'm gonna do. And for that, I'm gonna start off with the color Fearless, small bristle beauty E05 precision brush, and I'm just gonna carve out like that area. Yeah, more actually. I must say, like, so far the eyeshadow is really nice to work with. Like, it is quite malleable and it blends and glides really nicely on the skin. Honestly, I'm not mad at this. Like, it's a very nice eyeshadow to work with. So right now I'm just gonna like blend a little bit because I went a little cuckoo crazy, and then we're gonna go in with dark color. But that's the beauty of going in with like a lighter color. You kind of map out where everything is gonna be and it's not a whole mess. Actually gonna go in with this color here called Grunge, and it's actually like a cream, and I'm gonna go in with this Sonia Kashuk pointy brush. I think it's like the most perfect pointy brush to apply a cream shadow. So I'm just gonna look at Anita's look, following what we did earlier, and we're gonna bring it in like this. Yeah. And I find that the key when you're doing a look like this is really, don't do this when you're in a rush. Don't. It's to go in like slowly and just work in little like sections. Just think of it as a canvas. What goes in first? And I think I'm going in too much right now. Yeah, I should have stopped here. So I'm gonna clean that up. Honestly, this cream formula is so pretty. We're just gonna like clean it up a little bit before we apply some of the black color. cousins, right? I'm gonna go in with the color Renegade. Set that black in place so it's more intense. And you just want to go in and tap in motions. Starting to look like something. So this is what it's looking like for now. I feel like this is my wonky eye. And this is my good eye. We're gonna go back in with that initial color that we were gonna put down, Heroin, now that we've gone in with all the, you know, darker colors. And again, going in with a flat brush. And the key here is to apply and pat. We're just setting this down so when we put in our glitter color, it appears a bit better. I'm gonna blend here. Go back with the cream to kind of like connect here. And then go in with the Lancome. I'm gonna go in with the color Rebel. I'm just gonna go in with my fingers because the advantage of having short nails is you can just get in there. That is so pretty and so pigmented. That was just like one swap. I think I can get some in my other lid as well. And I did not wet my finger or anything. I just went in with body heat. I'm gonna go in with my liner. Just go really close. Move on to the face, and I'm gonna go in with some primer first. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but the background has changed. That is because my partner and I bought a house last year. We're now proud homeowners, and owning a house, it's like a proper like house like it's not a condo, it's like a house. We actually had friends who came in French. They were like, yo, you guys really have a house de daron, which is a colloquial form of you really have like a grown-up house. And honestly, it's been nice. Like, still very happy about the purchase. We've learned so much, so much. And especially if you live in Canada, here's my tip for you. I know you did not come for this. I'm gonna move in with some foundation, and I love this foundation so much. I actually have a review on my channel. I'll be putting it in the cards somewhere. Here's my tip for you if you buy a house in Canada and you live like in Montreal where the winter isn't like chill. Before you go into any kind of renovation, except if really I gotta get this done now, try living through a winter season first before investing in any big renovations, especially if you buy like us, we did like an old house, because you get like a lot of surprises. Even though our house is an old house, the roof was redone like in 2022, but we still had a lot of water infiltration problems because although the roof was done, the underneath of the roof wasn't, so there was a lot of humidity buildup. And so yeah, so once you live in the house as well, you have a better idea of how you live in it, because when you go in, you initially, like, we had so many ideas about how we wanted to go about doing things, and we've had to shift a lot of that because of realization of like, okay, well, we're not gonna buy this now because we need to get this fixed. And so it's been a learning curve, and the great part about that learning curve was also realizing that, well, I already knew this, but you realize it even more, that I'm doing it with the right person, which is a really nice feeling because it can be very stressful. And if y'all don't know how to communicate, let me just say it, you're in trouble. So I swear this foundation never fails. So yeah, that's my little tidbit for you. So this is my beauty room, my office, all of the above. I don't have the couch anymore. It's really weird. But I did have like a little chair, so there's like still some reminiscence of the old beauty room. Really happy, like that's a real plant. And things are coming along surely but slowly, all in its good time. That's one thing as well. Like, I've learned not to rush. I think that I know not to rush anyways to begin with. Like, I'm quite a patient person, maybe to the detriment to some. They're like, what the fuck is she doing? But I'm like, no, everything in due time. But yeah, this foundation never fails. So yeah, that's my tip to you. I'm gonna contour, and I'm gonna be using the Merit bronze balm. The thing I like about the color of this bronze balm isn't Leo, is like it's kind of like low-key cool, but not like Kevin Aucoin cool like back in the days, but it's cool enough that I feel that it layers more beautifully with my bronzer, because this like legitimately chisels me out. So I'm just gonna blend that in which I do my makeup nowadays is kind of weird, but for some reason it just kind of works. So I'm gonna go in with blush, and the thing I love about this purple blush is for people with tan skin, it really does come off as a more natural color of blush that's a little bit warmer and a little bit more, should I say, the rosiness of the purple flatters brown skin like a really pinky pink would flatter a fair skin. So if you have brown skin or even like tan, deep skin tone actually, maybe check out the purple next time you're looking for a blush. Don't be scared by the purple. The purple is your friend. So I like to apply it really high. I even bring it kind of like under my eye almost, but still keeping it really high. And since I haven't applied concealer yet, it'll all make sense. So we're gonna go in with concealer, and this is the Milk Future Fluid in 15 NW. So this concealer was actually gifted to me by Ray. When she came to visit me in May, she had like a whole bunch of concerts. So she actually stayed over here. And that's also the beauty in having a house. You have space to host your friends. Like if you're out of towners, it's like, listen, don't get an Airbnb. Come stay with me. I got space. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm actually gonna add some of this Rare Beauty under eye brightener. Just a little bit. Is where the secret lies. You know that I've been loving like the pink powder from Huda Beauty, the other one, Cupcake, for a very long time, but she upped the ante with this Cherry Blossom Cake. It's a bit more pink. I know it could be scary for tan skin. Irene Sarah said it damn near 10 years ago. Get on that pink powder, and I did. The minute she said it, I did. Like, this is pink powder, and this is like a recommendation from her. I think she has like 2 kids now. Like, I don't follow as many beauty content creators on YouTube as I used to before. They all started having babies and I have nothing against it. Like, the content did not interest me as much. So, you know, parted ways. But I still do follow her on Instagram, and that's where all the beauty content is. So it's like, I don't feel like I'm losing. Point is, pink, amazing. What this does is, like, it brightens the heck out of your under eye. And you don't need much. And the beauty of a little go a long way. And the key is just to, like, dab it on. To brighten that area. This powder, that's the only thing I set my under eye with these days. And I don't know, like doing the whole blush thing before and then, I don't know, there's something about that combo that just hits the spot. So without whatever is left on my blush brush, I'm not gonna add any more product. I'm just gonna go over real quick, but mostly on the high points of my face. And there's something about that that's just lifting. And as per usual, before we move in to bronzer and highlighter, I'm gonna spray my face with some of this setting spray. Y'all know I'm a Urban Decay girly, always have that on lock, but like, this has definitely made its way to the top, and I have one on backup. Like, the mist is so fine and it just sets everything in place. Lashes I'm using are from Glamnetic in the style Baby Girl. And honestly, I was kind of like skeptical at first about magnetic lashes, but honestly, I'm a convert. I think they're really nice. It's super easy to apply. That's the thing. I don't know if I would wear these for the whole like wedding event or something. I don't know. It depends. I'll have to see. But it is really nice for a half work day type thing because they do stay on really nicely, but I don't know if you're like crying or emotional if they're what you want to go for. But I really love this style of baby girl. Like, I think it's really cute. I'm gonna put on some mascara on my lower lashes. I'm gonna lightly powder my face, and this Kosas powder is really nice because it's really light and it's not like heavy on the skin, but it just sets everything in place and you do not lose that luminosity. Just feel like things are being, you know, put back in place. It's really nice. My bronzer and my Sonia Kashuk brush. I like applying bronzer last because to me, when you're getting sun-kissed, it's usually over everything else. So that's the idea that I go with when I'm applying bronzer. And one thing I love about this bronzer is it's still super luminous and it's nice and warm. And now for highlighter, we're gonna go with this Rare Beauty highlighter in Exhilarate. And the thing about this highlighter is, even though it's a powder, I feel like it kind of like behaves like a cream. It kind of reminds me of the discontinued Milk Makeup highlighters. Do you remember those? I still have them in my collection. Like, it has like that creamy, even though it's a powder feel that just blends really beautifully. And for the brush I'm using is this Sephora number 7 to 9 Pro Contour brush. I feel like it just hugs the cheeks and it's super soft and just bends to your will. I don't highlight my nose as much as I used to, but I like a little go back in with the brush that I use to apply my setting powder, and we're just gonna blend that a little bit, kind of how we do with our eyeshadow. Make sure there are no lines, but we're not adding any extra product. We're just using the residual to blend everything together. Gonna apply some more setting spray. Now we're done with the face, and this setting spray just melts everything together. For my lips, I'm first going to go in with the color Completely Sepia by Makeup Forever, and kind of the color of my lips. So I'm going to use that to create a little bit more volume. Concentrating the bulk of the plumping to the center. Now I'm going to go in with the color Surrender by Nars. I really love this formula. I mentioned it in my last video that one of the red colors from this line is one of my favorite red lipsticks. So definitely check out that video if you haven't done it already. And I'm just going to apply that all over. I really love the applicator of this lipstick because it is very precise. And now I'm gonna go in with Endless Cacao. It's kind of like a cooler tone that I would usually go for, but because everything is kind of cooly on the eye, I just wanted to tie that in with this cool brown tone to contour even more my lips. So we're gonna concentrate this the top here. And then I'm going to finish up with the Shine On Lip Jelly by Tower 28 in the color Oat. And I'm concentrating that in the center. So here you have it. This is the finished look. I really love how it turned out, especially that I haven't been wearing a lot of makeup, so I think that this is so perfect, especially for the holidays. Little shout out to this palette because it was actually the first time I was using it, and honestly I'm not mad at it. Huda's formulas have come a long way. I will be creating some more looks with this, and honestly thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really enjoyed shopping my stash and chatting about my makeup, and I hope that you did too. So let me know by thumbs upping this if you did enjoy this look, and tell me in the comments how I did in regards to recreating Anita's look. I think I did pretty good. I think she'll be very proud of me. Anita, thank you for inspiring this video, honestly. And if you want to see more from me, definitely subscribe to my channel, and until next time, bye.